Donald Trump is set to host Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House on Monday. Trump has already managed to secure a ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran. If he does somehow manage to pull off this 60-day truce or a deal between Israel and Hamas, what would that mean for his presidency?
I think it would be a great achievement, Caroline. Even anti-Trumpers would have to agree that setting back Iran's regional ambitions to dominate the Middle East and setting back its nuclear program is a real net positive, and it opens up other opportunities for reproachment between Arab states and Israel, but not while Gaza is still happening. So a Gaza ceasefire and a path to end that conflict could cause some big political change, positive political change in the Middle East.
And surely,
so there is some hope around this.
Surely he'd have to be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize or something after that. But let's go to another conflict. Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin have spoken over the phone for nearly an hour, according to Trump, only a day after the US froze the supply of some critical missiles to Ukraine. Now, Putin reportedly told Trump that he wants to settle the root causes of the conflict without backing down on his own goals. What do you think this means, Michael, for the war in Ukraine?
Well, there's no peace prize coming for Trump in Ukraine. Putin is very consistent. What he means by the root causes is why he's in this war. He wants to end it exactly as he proposed from the start, which is conquering whole chunks, if not all, of Ukraine, demilitarising any remaining chunk, and establishing Russia as the controller of the Ukrainian people after a horrific war. He doesn't want to take a step back. He's preparing new offensives. The timing of Trump pausing and reversing things like Patriot missiles that are so essential for protecting Ukrainian civilians from Russian missiles just before they have the conversation is only going to encourage Putin.
Well, this afternoon we learned that Russia has launched drone attacks on Kiev, so things aren't quietening down by any means. What will this mean for the next stage of the conflict?
Well, it encourages the Russian military to continue with their offensives against the Ukrainian military and the Ukrainian people. It'll put a lot of pressure on the Europeans to step up weapon supplies, but they can't replace things like the Patriot interceptors that are so vital for protecting Ukraine. So I think there'll be increasing pressure on Trump to release those vital defensive weapons to the Ukrainians, and we'll still see the Ukrainians being the most courageous and creative military in Europe.
Michael Shoebridge, always appreciate your insights. Thanks so much for your time.